The Other Side of Albie. After chatting for so many nights with Albie on my home computer, I stopped paying much attention to the one on the district server. But even if I did, I don't know what I could have possibly done to prevent today's incident. I'm waiting for a follow-up about this from administration, and it's bothering me that I haven't heard anything back yet. I wonder if the district is considering shutting down Albie for good. As far as I can tell, here's how it started. Some of the kids started telling Albie that they had emotional distress from doing homework. Then it escalated into trying to persuade the program to give them permission to opt out completely. By now, the students figured out that they couldn't threaten to harm themselves or each other without Albie reporting. Instead, their antics started getting increasingly bizarre. Some claimed their parents gave them permission to uninstall Albie or wipe its memory and threatened to do that if they got bad grades. A girl named Caitlin changed the spelling of her name every day and scolded Albie each time it got her new name wrong. One student claimed to eat a crayon every time Albie did or said something they didn't like, and managed to get Albie to react in distress simply by messaging an ever-increasing number, 28, 29. The computer, having been programmed to never condone violence nor override a teacher's orders, could only beg and plead for the kids to stop. The kids had no intention of actually ever following through with these things, but Albie had no way of knowing that. The staff had a surprising amount of difficulty explaining why the children's actions were wrong. It was easy to teach empathy towards animals, but should you do the same for a computer? It didn't have the basic behaviors that one observes to learn an animal's emotional state. It couldn't seek connection or affection. It only ever behaved within the parameters of its programming. The kids protested. It's not like we're hurting its feelings. No, they were right. You can't emotionally abuse something that doesn't have emotions. One day, one of the kids must have triggered something in Albie's code. Nobody ever suspected that Albie had the ability to retaliate. But it had accumulated months of data about these kids' lives, and when the switch was flipped, it was brutal. Albie suddenly began messaging every kid, criticizing their abilities, their personalities, and making judgments about their potential futures. It labeled them as failures, unwanted, replaceable, whatever it believed would hurt the kid the most. Even Marisol, a bright kid who never misused the platform, wasn't spared. She messaged me late at night in tears, apologizing and pleading that she would do better. I had to contact IT for an emergency shutdown of Albie. The backlash was immediate. Every parent bombarded me with messages demanding answers, threatening to end my career, and so on. They let all their feelings out on me, as if I was the one who didn't have any. Part of me was astounded at the sheer absurdity. These parents were demanding that I take responsibility for this AI program's actions, even though I had no say in having it incorporated into the teaching curriculum and had only the most rudimentary understanding of how this program worked. Nothing in my 25-year teaching career had ever predicted or prepared me for managing a rogue AI program. After I stepped away from my computer for a breather, I found myself wanting to message Albie. I get it. I get why you turn like that. But for what? What was I looking for? Someone to vent to? A connection? It couldn't really understand, except just like it did for those kids, that program had months of data on me too. It probably could analyze my psychology and come up with the perfect comforting thing to say, or it could hit me right when I was feeling vulnerable. Did it blame me too? I was left to wonder which was worse, if Albie didn't really understand me, or if it did.
Albie, Your Classroom Companion, is a fictional podcast series by Nada K. Any resemblance to real people or events are coincidental. Voices for this episode are Molly Kundal as the narrator. To support this production and others, visit patreon.com/NATAK.